Through this video, I'm going to take you through my stretch routine. I'm not pretending that I'm a yoga instructor. All I know is this made me feel amazing over the last couple of years. I started stretching through COVID, and the changes in my body and the way it feels has been a joke. So first of all, I'm just bending over and touching my toes. This is unbelievable for my lower back and hamstring. I hold every stretch for about 20 seconds because I think that's a good amount of time, otherwise I get a little bit bored. Just get a little podcast or even listen to a bit of music. This is the longest stretch that I hold. I sit nice and deep into a squat. Unbelievable for my hip flexors, and obviously when I'm squatting I want my body to be used to being in that position. So hold that for a minute. I just set a little timer on my watch just to make sure, you know, I'm doing it. Oh, I've obviously forgotten to set the timer there, so I'm probably doing about 30 seconds from here. As I say, like, I think stretching is overlooked by so many people, and I was definitely one of those people. Like, I ain't got time to stretch, but honestly, if you can find 10 minutes in your day to just get into these sort of positions, and throughout I focus on my breathing, like long deep breaths, and that is also good for my mind as well as my body. It's sort of like meditating, I guess, even though I do meditate after I stretch as well. But yeah, any sort of aches, niggles, pains, just getting that, oh, a butterfly. Then I come forward. I don't actually know what this stretch is called, but it is for your core. People think it's for their lower back. It's not. It's actually stretching out your core. Probably better to put my head up just like that. And what I'm doing there, I'm focusing on rolling my shoulders back so they're not hunched over. So I'm getting a lovely stretch throughout my body. Again, holding it for 20 seconds. Look at me in my shades, looking all cool. Loving the English summer. I try and make the stretches flow so I'm not like all over the place. So then I push back and I will walk my hands out just like that, and that's going to be stretching my back and also my quads. So I'm sitting right back on my heels there, which is unreal. Coming up to that quad stretch now, and we're just going to sit on those heels, baby. I wonder what I'm thinking. I don't even know. Maybe, oh, there we go. I'm thinking this tune is mega. So we're holding that for 20 seconds. As you can see, a little bit of fluff around the torso there. That's why I'm in this transformation. We're gonna come up, and I have really tight hips. So what I'm doing here is I am stretching out my hip flexor on the planted knee. How you do that is you clench your buttocks whilst driving your body forward, and then my hands are in the air just for an added stretch of my upper body. I'm holding that for 20 seconds, and then I'm going to come down, do exactly the same on the other side. You'll really feel it when you tighten up your glutes. So as you're doing this stretch, honestly, just squeeze your bum as hard as you can, and you're going to feel it in the front of your hip, near, I guess, my penis. But if you're a female, obviously you don't have a penis. Holding that again for 20 seconds, and then we're going to move into the next. I don't know why I'm slapping my body there. This is a glute stretch. Honestly, it's almost as good as coming. It feels fucking fantastic. Obviously, the longer you are, the better it is. The more flexible you are, it's more you can get your foot over into sort of like a right angle shape, I guess. And then I'm going to hold that. Shouldn't really be looking straight down at my crutch there. Should probably have a nice neutral spine, but either way, it gets the job done. Back up we go, and then we're coming into the other foot. Everything gets, obviously, I want to be symmetrical as possible, so don't be forgetting one side, and don't shorten the stretches, because at the end of the day, you're in it. You might as well enjoy it. And as you can see, the tunes are pumping. Look at that little head pop. Yeah. From here, I am going to come back, and I believe that I think this is, oh, there goes the voice break. I think this is called downward dog. It is really good for your back. You don't want to tuck your head too far under your body. You want to just keep a nice neutral spine throughout, and palala. You don't necessarily need to have your heels on the ground here, but you need to try and work them there. A slight knee bend is also good if you're not that flexible. I'm coming down, I'm shagging the floor. I don't know why. Now, this was something that I got off my physio. I'm turning round, and again, this is stretching out my obliques, but it's really good for your hips. So you want to walk your hands around your body, and hold this again for 20 seconds. Why am I so serious during this? I'm really enjoying it, I promise you. As I say, 20 seconds on each stretch. Look at that transition. That back looks a little bit sexy there. We're walking around again. And what I want you to maintain throughout all of this is just your breathing. Just focus on your breathing. If you're a bit like me, hard to multitask, sometimes I lose count whilst I'm breathing, but you'll get there over time. And trust me, it will change your life. You'll think that I'm an idiot, but I was in exactly the same position as you before I started stretching. So a big focus of mine is my hips. So I'm going to do 20 either side here. You can count them out. I'm probably going to lose count because that's something that I do when I'm doing too much at once. But here we go. Don't look at my feet. They're fucking disgusting. But yeah, I'm just rolling my hips and that is going to be great. I think I'm getting a phone call here, which is fucking frustrating. Yep, I am getting a phone call. That is about something very exciting, which I will tell you guys very soon. But that is not going to stop these stretches. But keep them going. I should have really gone on airplane mode there, trying to work out what is going on. Where am I going next? I think we're doing another hip exercise. I'm going to throw my leg over. Look at that booty. And what you want to try and do is get the opposite shoulder, as you can see right there, to try and touch the floor. So you can see my flexibility is quite limited there. I really want to get my upper back on the floor with that hip over. And that is going to be an unbelievable stretch. And I'm going to do exactly the same to the other side. Really trying to force down. And sometimes you're going to hear a lot of clicking in the lower back there. Don't worry, it feels nice. You're not going to die. Just look at that bunda. Don't stare into it. It's a bit tight, isn't it? Hamstrings look good as well, can't lie. I'm going to come up. This is one of my most pleasurable stretches. It's just in my groins, feet basically palm to palm. I don't know if the bottom of your, is it sole to sole? Maybe, whatever. And you're just gonna, what I like to do is push my hands into the ground and push my torso forward. So making sure my back's straight, but it's gonna really push into that stretch, which I love. From there, crossing my legs. When I started doing this stretch routine, I couldn't physically cross my legs. Like, it was just impossible. Whereas now, I can do it for however long I want. When I started crossing my legs, honestly, after 10 seconds, it was just too painful. But now, obviously, you can see the progression. I'm nice, I'm tight, I'm in there. Finally, from here, what I'm going to do is stretch out my really tight calves. But I don't want to spend all day stretching, so I'm stretching my calves. And next, I'm going to do an upper body stretch, which is good for my shoulders. So one hand behind your back and one arm over. And then you're just going to pull your hands apart. That's going to give you the nicest stretch in your shoulders. And honestly, again, peng. I can't believe how good this calf stretch felt. So all you need to do is literally find a step and then just stretch out your calves. Step down, it's a little bit more difficult with this arm, a little bit worse mobility, and then we're in it again. But nice, easy stretches. And I promise you, like, if you do this routine every single day, maybe that's excessive for some people, but if you can do it 3 times a week, you're honestly going to feel the world of difference in your physique, the way your body feels. It is peng. And finally, I'm just reaching for the sky and just stretching everything out. What a time to be alive. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want more stuff like this to see what I do around my training and my mental health, just let me know.